What is going on, guys? In today's video, of course, we're talking about Jason in Rave in the Redwoods. Now, of course, yesterday I uploaded a video talking about famous movie characters in Infinite War for the Zombies DLC. Of course, I went on pretty much just talking about how we already have kind of like a movie for every single map. Of course, we have this producer, Willow Lather, throws these actors in there, acts out the roles, and of course, we could add in famous actors or famous movie characters into these anytime it'll fit in perfectly. Of course, we already had David Hasselhoff. We know we can have other actors in this, of course, as well. And I was just thinking, because way back in Call of Duty Ghosts, of course, in DLC number 1 and 2, of course, we got to play as Michael Myers and the Predator, and I was like, wow, they can really do this, you know, of course, line up perfectly. And, you know, that kind of does support what's going on right here with my possibility and theory that Jason may be in Rave in the Redwoods. Now, we have a few details about this slasher character, of course, that's going to be in Rave in the Redwoods. Of course, in the Rave in the Redwoods trailer, they're talking about how we're going to have a new and kind of innovative new character that is, of course, going to be the boss of this map. And of course, Lee Ross stated that this is going to be one of the most difficult bosses, even more difficult as the Brute. Now, that's just absolutely crazy. You know, who could this be? And I was like, oh, it could be Jason, because from this video clip, it really does seem like Jason. He's kind of wearing like the long suit and of course jacket as well. It seems to be that he's wearing a mask and of course possibly holding a axe or some type of melee weapon, but mostly probably a mask. You know, there's a few details we don't know about him, but it seemed to be like in the background that there's kind of like butterflies or some type of like weird purple like orbs or kind of stuff just kind of floating behind him. Possibly that's a power, you know, maybe he teleports, you know, hopefully not the Pentagon Thief, because it kind of seems that he's like emitting this aura around him similar to the Pentagon Thief. But I was like, okay, all these similarities max up with Jason. And of course, Lee Ross posted a picture on Twitter of, it seemed to be the top of the Rave in the Redwood poster, and of course it seemed to be a character wearing a mask, 2 eyes X'd out, and of course kind of stitches across the face. And of course it seemed to be, like I was saying before, he's wearing a mask, and you kind of see on the sides it's very similar to Jason, of course, you know, where a hockey mask kind of wraps around the back of your head, and of course, you know, it won't fall off or nothing like that. And it just really does kind of fit the theme of Jason. You know, you think of Jason, you think of like kind of like in the middle of the woods, a cabin, you know, attacking a bunch of teenagers, and of course that's what's having this party, the Rave in the Woods. So of course I just think it would just fit perfectly along with possibility that Jason's in Rave in the Redwoods. We have all these other famous movie characters and actors, of course, being in this. They brought Michael Myers and of course Predator along with this in Call of Duty Ghosts, and you know, why couldn't they just bring in Jason himself? You know, they fit very similar, their body, how Jason walks slowly, and just of course, you know, similarities with the mask and stuff like that. But I just think this is going to be a Jason-esque character if it's not Jason, or maybe it's even Michael Myers, of course, because in that first DLC map, of course, it was a very similar map to this. It seemed to be like a cabin, and of course there is, you know, various other things as well. But also another thing I actually forgot to say is, of course, we have some concept art, you know, some data miners actually brought up, and of course it seems to be that this is right next to a lake. It seemed to be kind of like a summer camp type thing. And of course, you know, in the Friday the 13th movies, of course, Jason, he always comes out the water, and of course, you know, he's kind of like traumatized at the summer camp. So maybe it's him, maybe it's not. Maybe they bring in Will Smith as a character instead of David Hasselhoff. Some people are saying that this character is going to be David Hasselhoff, but in some way or form, I think this is going to be Jason, you know, a Jason-esque character, or you know, maybe him himself. But hope every single last one of you guys did, of course, enjoy this video. I'm sorry this is going up kind of late, but like I was saying before, have an amazing day and peace out.